Hello. Honorable Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik, fellow diplomats, ministers, distinguished guests, dear friends. Norway is delighted to participate in the Make in Odisha Conclave 2022 as a partner country. And thank you, Chief Minister, for the invitation to join the juggernaut. I must commend you for your leadership in organizing this flagship event, bringing businesses, officials, and international partners together. In my delegation today, I have with me major Norwegian companies based in India. And you may ask, why are we here? Because from the outset, we might look very different. Norway is far away, and the climate is really different. Odisha is half the size of Norway, but contains almost 10 times more inhabitants. I will say, in one aspect, we really identified with Odisha. At the turn of the last century, Norway was one of the poorest countries in Europe, if not the poorest. At the turn of this century, Odisha were one of the poorest states of India. Norway has had an above-average growth rate since, like Odisha, climbing up the ladder step by step. And in this respect, we really feel a connect with Odisha. But Odisha, as has been pointed out, is resource rich. Norway is resource poor. We have a huge territory compared with population because only 3% of the area is arable. So we have a few resources. We have the oceans and we have energy. And that is what has been the basis of our economy, and that has been the base of our wealth. And that's where we see that we can actually make a difference. There we see that we can bring something to Odisha. There we see that we have something, an area where we can cooperate. Odisha has a coastline. Odisha has opportunities when it comes to maritime and marine industries. We are both energy states, and we're all grappling with actually moving from fossil fuel to renewable. And that is where we do have our focus. And in this respect, we bring with us companies which are on the forefront in the energy sector and in the forefront in moving ahead into the renewable age. If it's linked to hydroelectric power, if it's linked to solar power, and if it's linked to hydrogen. Norway was the first country that started to produce green hydrogen a century ago, and the largest production capacities and facilities ever were built in Norway, and therefore we have something to actually share in this respect on the whole value chain and when it comes to know-how. That's why we're here, by actually combining cooperation in the commercial fields, but also to help solve the great problems of our world today, the climate and environment crisis. And we really are looking forward in the coming days to discuss how we can make this concrete in a way where we both make sure that we move out of fossil fuel and into renewable energy, into a circular economy in a way that strengthens the economy, that we have a sustainable industry. And here, there's a lot of untapped potential, and I have to say, we're here because Norwegian companies asked us to come here. And that's why we really put emphasis on this conclave. And we're happy to be here, and we're looking forward to discuss more issues like the ones I mentioned, but also offshore wind, carbon capture and storage, and green shipping. So I'm looking forward to the deliberations, very constructive deliberations during the conclave, and also wishing you all a successful event. Thank you.